dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to X like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Patrick Mahomes now in his third season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for second most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he Player of the Year awards. Mahomes now on first down. He finds McCoy. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley, a formerly undrafted free agent. He settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
Second down, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. The numbers for Travis Kelsey last week. 7 catches, 62 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
It's Hill, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, "Oh no, I'm keeping my job." But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The veteran Ryan Tannehill and the rest of the Tennessee Titans coming out here on offense. Now, Tannehill in for Mariota in Week 8, and a victory for the Titans over the Bucs, 27-23. Tannehill, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Nice game for him.
A very nice game for him. Now, they did get him on the ground 3 times, sacked him 3 times, and Tennessee has now given up the most sacks allowed, tied with the Jets at 34. But his movement skills, and I thought he was very decisive in where he wanted to go with the football, and that helps their offense move much better.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Out to his left. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from the season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game. And
that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 63 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Henry.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line. Every time they go to the bench, you tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Chiefs take the field again here. You know, you've got their game coming up against Minnesota this week.
Yeah, fired up.
And that's at Arrowhead.
Yes.
And they've lost 3 straight at Arrowhead.
That's hard to believe.
Could they lose 4 in a row at home?
They potentially could, especially if Mahomes doesn't go in this game. And remember, Kansas City's weakness on defense is doing what? Stopping the run. What does Minnesota like to do?
They run
the football. But here's the other part. If Kansas City gets going on offense, they can turn into the shootout game that they want. Get the ball out wide to Tyreek Hill. Turn Travis Kelce loose. Look out. Maybe Minnesota's doing the chasing instead.
But the AFC West hasn't been the juggernaut it has been in recent seasons. The Raiders at 3-4, Chargers 3-5, Broncos 2-6. So you got to think this division is KC's for the taking.
No doubt about it.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tennessee Titans 4-4 after their Week 8 victory that we discussed earlier over Tampa Bay. And as their offense comes back out here, CD, let's look right now at where they are at 4-4, because they're in the thick of things in what is an interesting division in the AFC South.
Everyone's bunched up, right? Who has the most wins? Indianapolis at 5?
Yeah.
So no one is running away with the division. All these teams feel like they can beat each other. And I think with Tannehill now taking the reins, playing better at the quarterback position, that allows that defense that many were talking top 10, top 5 coming into the season to really play better, a little more relaxed. Although Tennessee almost blew the Tampa game with the fake field goal with Brett Kern. Not the most athletic guy running the football. And then Devin Smith, he really whacked it. Ball came out, but luckily for the Titans, a quick whistle killed the play and cost Tampa Bay a score.
Now next up for Tennessee, at Carolina and then home to the Chiefs before their open week. So a couple of good tests coming up for Tennessee. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games. Half their hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop it for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught here by Bell. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down.
Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you're
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Titan Tyrann Mathieu with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Mahomes now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now Tannehill, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. Tannehill. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Play action. It's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Topper! Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Tannehill. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Tannehill now to throw.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Damian Wilson in on the stop. Here's Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Tannehill now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
You certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little and he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now Tannehill, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Titans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He can run for it, and he will. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Here we go.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 15. 2:06 to play. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2 before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
64, weak.
This is McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more.
We got this.
The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
He's got a man complete. 36 yards on the play. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chiefs, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death